is going to get torn apart. French coming back for their cores. This is going to deny Austria their victory card. Hungary is going to get cleaved away. I know the Ottomans wanted to safeguard the region. I don't think Bohemia is going to come riding to their defense here. So what can the Austrians do? Well, the war is not over. They have mountainous forts. They could, would, and should take advantage of it. They do not have military tech 15. Now, wouldn't that be a boon for them? But this is a defensive war for them, and if they don't get any reinforcements pouring in from other players, his goose is cooked. He needs more than even just the Commonwealth to help him. Commonwealth might be able to take on some of the Ottomans, not even all of it. Ethiopia remains out of this, but then Ethiopia wouldn't be getting involved anyway. But no, with so many other powers attacking him, if we were to look at this from the Commonwealth point of view, you could intervene in this war. One great power versus 4. So for the second time in this session, Austria has gone up against more great powers, but I don't think he's going to be coming out of this one all that well. Catholicism is now a heresy of the Copts. Yeah. I'm more interested in what this means for the Commonwealth, because what they have said is, yeah, my alliance doesn't mean jack because I can't really come to your aid against those forces. Which means he's saying, oh yeah, Ottomans, do what you want. Which means Commonwealth has very low diplomatic standing in all of this. Sweden remains only allied with Lubeck, but all the Ottomans would have to do is drop the Commonwealth, and the Commonwealth is dead. And that's what makes it very dangerous for them. So I gotta hand it to the Emperor. He is actually fighting his way through this, trying to defend his empire. But by taking a chunk out of France, he weakened France to the point where Great Britain did not want that. Great Britain does not want significantly weak nor significantly strong powers in Europe. He just wants to enjoy taking the Americas for himself and prevent the hegemony. Can't say it without money. While the Ottomans barely have to lift a finger here, they just come strolling in with their units. Those are Serbians. I thought for a sec that they were Poles. Wouldn't that be funny? I mean, Commonwealth maintaining a decent army. If somebody came to attack them, they would certainly have a bit of trouble, but diplomatically, Commonwealth have just sold out their only friend. The Ottomans are not a friend there. The Ottomans are just an enemy waiting to happen. You have to remember that the Ottomans are establishing themselves over here, only more power. But the Commonwealth will have to come over at some point. Spain's involvement is a bit interesting. Now, they joined the Protestant side. Well, was it that, or was it just that they were allied? It's just because they were allied with Great Britain. I am a great friend, Jake, says the Coptics. Look how nice I am. I don't see niceness. I see a monster. We're being told to check Grugi's war participation. Always an interesting number in all of this. Okay, he's managed to bump it up a bit. I can see that. I can get behind that. The Austrians are doing what the French should have done in their previous war. They have a good choke point, that's where the mountain is. But they are... they might get trounced here. They are out-moraled and out-disciplined, out-tacticed. And although they have the bonus for mountains, they're still taking heavy losses here. Burgundy's an interesting one here. They did not get involved. Burgundy was meant to be their friend. The same Burgundy has a truce with Austria, so all of Austria's friends just sold him down the river. What a sad time. Sad time to be Habsburg. Great Britain is doing what Great Britain does best. having other people fight for them. 2% participation. He's half a groogie. But he called the shots, and if anything, it's Ottomans that is the puppet of Great Britain in all of this. So, massive fight going on over the mountainous fort. The French pouring in extra reinforcements here. They've only got 8,000 or so in reserves. There's still 10,000 in reserve for the Habsburg side. So the Habsburgs will likely win this for large losses on the French. Aye, the French are pulling out, leaving behind the Spaniards. Crunch. Big war, big battle rather. Lots of war score going on there. Huge losses on the British side. Huge losses on the British side, wow. Well, what do we have going on for the Austrians then? Okay, lots of war exhaustion for poor Bohemia there. Same for Hungary. But really, what can the Austrians even do against this? Attacked from all sides. Spanish, French, Ottoman and British. The Commonwealth just sitting there. I mean, the Austrians will lose this, but it's the Commonwealth who I would say is in the biggest danger from all of it. Selling out your friends is not something to do. Trust me, I read the prints. Jake, could you see how much the Commonwealth is subsidizing? Let's have a look-see. Well, good old Commonwealth isn't shelling a penny out for anyone. They're just thinking about how to integrate Nizhny Novgorod. They have the mission to do so, and they're working on it. They're certainly good at eating up vassals. So sure enough, in this show superiority war, the battles are leveling it out, so there's no ticking war score on either side. It's worth noting that show superiority has actually changed. It used to be win more than 80% of the battles, but that kind of got a bit arbitrary when you would have 1,000 versus 1,000 battles, and it would end either way, and you wouldn't really care, but it would matter as much as a huge battle. Now, if you have more than 10% war score from battles, then you'll get the ticking war score. So those tiny little battles shouldn't really matter so much. We're being asked why Venice does not backstab Austria, because Austria would remember that. Austria would likely peace out and accept defeat in this war, and then just utterly crush Venice. Venice is not part of the HRE, there's no extra aggressive expansion to be had there. And they have a lot of money that I think the Austrians would quite like to have themselves. Venice actually decided to take back Necromunda for having the gall to side with their enemies. And Venice actually, I mean, they're just kind of there, you forget about them so much, but that's the reason why they sit on a huge pile of money. Twice as successful as Lubeck. So the Austrians got tired of beating up the French. Didn't think that was possible, but he's decided to turn his attention eastwards. You have to remember that the Austrian player is extremely good at this game. He hasn't clocked 4-digit hours for nothing. He's also an ex-pro StarCraft 2 player. He knows all the micros or something, I don't even know. Being told to check Cuba, the Ottoman West Indies. Prefecturum Lusumium. He's always got a flair for it. It means Turkish delight in Latin. One of the most delicious treats in the world. Well, at the very least, the Spanish are getting occupied by Austria. He could do well to broker a peace between the two, but he's failing to take down the Ottoman units here. The Ottomans jumping on in with still just Tech 14, nobody flaunting Tech 15. That extra tactics and land morale would be huge for whoever gets it, but nobody appears to be close except for France. France is very close actually. If France holds out and manages to get military tech 15, it's even more game over for the Austrians than it was already. The Austrians still sitting on a decent amount of money. Perhaps they have been subsidized by way of being given money. Hard to tell. What is easy to tell, though, is that these Austrians down here in Sopron are a little understaffed. Did I say these Austrians? These Ottomans. Pieces coming in but being declined, and there's still not any showing superiority, at least not yet. It's very close, though. Hard times. Serious question, why the hell does everyone have so much money? Have I been playing the game wrong? Well, we are in a different patch where it says 1.18 rights of man, and as ever balance changes during that, but we have some players that are just pretty good at making loads of money. Don't know how more elegant to put it than that. So Austria is not bringing in the greatest generals, 324. At this stage you'd be hoping to get some 5s or 6s over in fire or shock. But when it comes to battling, yeah, they outdo the Ottomans in terms of morale, but when it comes to discipline, the Ottomans have the will of their martyrs due to being Coptic, esprit de corps, I think that's offensive, or is it quality? And their own traditions, so yeah, not so good in the discipline, and that hurts them very badly in the tactics, tactics being one of the best modifiers in battle. Sadly, these Austrians are locked in, and they're going to die. Chalk that up to more superiority being shown by the Ottomans. So in come the French, in come the Spanish. What are the British doing? They're doing what they do best. Going on holiday. It appears that Baltimore and Delaware are not the hot spots for the British. Jake, tell the Commonwealth player to send condottieri cavalry to Austria. I don't think that would save anybody at this point. Now the Ottomans, yeah, they're still allied with Commonwealth and with Ethiopia. I'm trying to think what the Commonwealth could do. They're too wimpy to do it. It's actually too bad. I shouldn't be calling the Commonwealth wimpy for not getting involved here. The Commonwealth have already single-handedly destroyed another human player. They're not obliged to do it again. But everybody is just letting Grugi do as he pleases, and for this, the one bastion of Christendom, well, Catholicism at least, is being crushed underfoot. But the Spanish getting involved, that was a bit of a curveball. Portugal deciding to be true neutral, likely for good reason. There we go. There were just very few that decided to back the Catholic League. That'll most likely be why the Protestant League struck when they did. Lots of great powers on one side, just a ragtag bunch on the other. But politics does transcend religion. Coptics, Protestants, and the Catholics coming together in what they call the War of the Protestant League. Really, they just want to crush Austria. It'll be interesting to see our players come down and explain their line of thought here. I'm not so sure Spain will come down, they tend not to. I certainly wouldn't want to after coming down and saying, what did you do to Catholicism? I think these Reformed have managed to infiltrate the parliament. So, Ottomans making their up to Wien. The walls are crumbling. No 4-siege general this time though. Does France still have that guy? Because he was no, he's gone. We still have the 5 maneuver guy. France's 4-siege general was just insane. But the Austrians doing what they can. They're still deciding to attack France in the mountains. France managed to get Tech 15, I can tell just by looking at their tactics here. That means even 1 for 1 the French should be pretty comfortable running in and attacking them in the mountains. Why France comes with no general, I don't know, but they got the Spanish to help out with their 331, and it's just not a good day to be Habsburg. It's a very bad day to be a Habsburg. Looks like they're piling up everyone they can here. It's kind of sad because they're doing quite a lot right here. But there's only so much you can do against such a large enemy. If the Commonwealth hadn't been such a wet blanket, then the Austrians could have focused entirely over here. And the Commonwealth could have chewed up the Ottomans. Instead, Grugi just gets to polish his ego that bit more. Glory to the Empire. Glory to the House of Osman. Huyen has fallen to the Turkish delight. And look at that, even fighting into the mountains. France is winning. France have just got so much better tactics. It's those Lancasters, they know how to breed. Oh man, would somebody stop him? He's just gloating and gloating. Let's hear it for the guy playing the strongest nation in the game and doing not badly. Okay, maybe that is too harsh. But still, he gloats ever so. With this though, oh, that's grim reality for Austria. Most of the troops granted are Austrians. He is doing a one-man show here. Britain have an interesting idea on what participating in war is, but I think of Britain more as the composer here. This is actually interesting. Spain has the highest. No, France has the highest. Spain has considerably more contribution than the Ottomans, though. Are you even trying, Ottomans? Yeah, they finally pushed them out, and this is the one mountain fort that really defended the empire is falling in 3, 2, 1, plop. There are mountains to come, but it really puts the squeeze on Austria. Turks on one side, French on the other. Bit of sprinkling of Spanish and season with the Brits. The Brits are sending in their peace offer. Austria will cede. Oh my days. And the deal will establish religious peace in the empire. And they will pay 2,600 ducats. And they'll lose a huge amount of prestige. Their union partners won't like that. Big power projection change there as well. But what else can Austria say? They are just getting pounded here. We're being asked who that was in Algarve. That was Portugal's trading friend here. They've established a trading city due to being a merchant republic. Miners battling it out. It's funny to think of Bohemia as a miner, but they're certainly going to be reduced to that. Don't know with what grounds Austria rejects the peace deal. They're not going to get any better as time goes on. And the Commonwealth is just more interested in chewing up what's left of the Golden Horde. Laying as low as a nation that big can. Perhaps Commonwealth will be freed up by Austria being beaten up, since they can actually expand into, well, the wealthy parts of northern Germany. Then again, it is HRE land, perhaps not the brightest thing. But they're expanding where they can. I mean, they took over a big chunk of Brandenburg. So Austria's not afraid. They are running face first into all of this. Lien's mountain pass is running in blood. Grugi would know all about running. But with such low strength cannons on the back, very low strength cannons on the back, I think this is too good for you. You should have consolidated your units, because those cannons are doing like 20% of the damage that they should be for all of this. Poor Starnan, he was so cocky before all this started. I'm gonna start player wars, you'll see blood and fireworks. Well, he wasn't wrong. No, he certainly was not wrong. Scorno1 is saying the Ottomans are running with this game. Somebody stop them. Nobody wants to stop the Ottomans. Ethiopia is content to be their servant. The Commonwealth is being very passive towards them. But let's not give Commonwealth a hard time. They crushed Muscovy. And that was no easy war. Sweden, well, they're a bit far away from them. But Britain, France and Spain all playing to Osman's tune. The Padishah, the Midas-touched entrepreneur Padishah, is just doing as he pleases. Yeah, they fight and they fight. The battle lasted months. Actually, who will come out on top? The answer is the Ottomans, because they actually decided to use decent cannons on the back row and not 20% strength cannons, Austria. And then again, it's cannons on the front row now for the Ottomans. They're wearing thin. Yep. Austria knows that they're beat. They're enjoying high war exhaustion. I don't know what they continue to fight for. I wonder if he's begging at the Commonwealth. I wish I could see what's happening between the players. Daniel saying all sorts of things against God. Come on! How dare you betray me? That's the one real disadvantage of being down here. I love being able to see everything, but what you don't see is what goes on between the players. Wow, Britain participating. That's going to ruffle your mustache. How dare you do that? How dare this as well? That's just why. Yes, Britain, how much are you contributing in all of this? Staggering percentage there. France at 36, Ottomans 32. Spain has actually fallen in participation, but this huge battle will have had an effect on that. 73 units for you, so it's not looking too good. France actually having a surprisingly small force here, but working out pretty well for them. This guy must be scripted. 3-4-4-4 general for Bohemia. It's intense. But I am very confused as to why Austria does not take the peace. They have nothing left to fight for here. How can they even survive? What can they bring to the peace table other than just surrender? Did I see that right? Are Ethiopia and Commonwealth swapping provinces? Yeah, what happened there? Yadishkal was Commonwealthy and Melitopol was Commonwealthy. He can't convert it anytime soon. It has religious zeal, and it doesn't seem like he's trying to go Coptic. Copto-wealth, I guess it would be. Alright, another peace offer coming in for Austria here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 provinces. Give up all claims on France, give up money, give war reparations, religious peace. I don't know what he's thinking. Who's this guy coming in?
Should I join?
Yeah, come on in. People don't get enough of the rusty veteran.
I have nothing to do, so I thought I would come down and join you instead.
Sure, grab that. Nothing to do, because sitting on that pile of money just really starts aching after a while, doesn't it?
Well, if you look at it, I've halved my amount of money because I had over 10, 11k just not that long ago. I've been spreading the money to ensure friendship and neutrality all over the world.
Yeah, it looks real neutral. So how about telling everyone at home who you are then?
Oh yeah, for those that don't know me, I'm Mr. Nibbles in the game. I'm the QA manager up here at PDS.
Damn, I was planning on quipping in there. It's like, here's our new intern.
So I've been here for quite a while. but haven't been that much participated. I haven't participated in the MP sessions for a while.
Well, it's good to have you back in on a regular basis.
Yeah, I hope I can maintain my presence on a regular basis.
Well, some people were thinking, why do you not stab Austria in the gut?
Basically, I've always been a very aggressive player. This is the first time I'm actually taking a passive side. As I said during our first meetings, my main goal was to accumulate cash and be the richest person in the world, which I think I still am, but well,
You've certainly been up there more often than not. Looking at it, yeah.
Yeah. As long as nobody touches me, I'm not interested in touching anyone else.
Okay.
So
Pretty good policy. It seems to be working for you. You've got a big chunk of this very wealthy land for yourself.
Yeah.
And despite the earlier setbacks, you managed to get back your homeland, really.
Yeah. The funny part was I was actually allied to Austria just before the game started, or the war started.
Yeah.
And I was looking at my other screen doing some other work when I realized that okay, things are happening. So I actually missed the call to war as well.
Oh, okay. So this is the story that you want to establish.
That is the story.
Before Daniel comes running over here, because all of his allies just said, "Nah, not happening." You know, Burgundy said, "Forget this." Commonwealth said, "Screw this," and you're like, "Oh, I was doing some work."
Even if I would have joined, there was very little I could do because I am not a very militaristic nation.
Yeah, that's true. So you got to force them at 48. It's full, and idea-wise, trade. You got quality, but it's clear that your heart is in the money.
Yeah.
Building up a nice fleet, and yeah, that's a healthy amount of ducats there.
Yeah.
Should probably start telling people that if they were to pirate your node, they'd get a bonus to that, but we can... Monopolized nodes, pretty good for pirating. So he doesn't have a good track record in these multiplayers, but he's calling the shots this time. What do you think of Grugi?
For example, I like Grugi as a player because he does very insane things.
Yes, he does.
Me and Grugi, we have a very interesting history together, to say the least. So kudos to him. He's doing what he's what he wants to do, and for once he's actually allowed to do it.
Yeah, in fact, the game is constantly telling us that he is #1 in the world, and well, long may that last for him. I mean, personally, I'm rooting for Marco in Commonwealth because he's actually had the balls to go and slap down other players.
Yep. Oh, hello.
Okay.
Do we need more headsets, or should we take the headsets?
Well, I think we'll have the speakers going. So
yeah, should be fine now.
apparently everything's fine and dandy.
Well, oh, you're not on screen, you want.
No.
You need to
Get comfy.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm in the parks there.
Did you guys just move the chairs
I'd
again?
like to point out that I was participating in those wars.
Okay.
Because all those OPMs, I had the Royal Army fighting there, taking them out, and trying to constantly negotiate with the forces of good.
Well, you know, in a big war like this, it's important to have a good conductor. You know, he doesn't have to go down and micro all the armies. That's what his little pawns are for.
But I don't have an army. In the British Empire, we had a 32,000 man Peace Corps, or was it 20,000? Don't remember. It was mostly soldiers of Ulm that was attached to my army. And I had 20,000 men, and then Ulm fighting for me. But I was basically taking out his OPMs in the north, that was on the wrong side, and forcing them to pay me lots of money. And if you notice that, yeah, now there's the Empireship is open.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have Habsburg on the throne for that much longer.
No, but take a look at France. Their dynasties.
Yeah, so I got a notification of that because we have the Lancasters, again keeping the Lancaster trait of making really good heirs.
Yes,
Yeah.
look at my current heir in England. That is a shitty trait, but I can't really like dismiss him.
Okay.
I keep getting like the Lancasters.
Yeah, these Lancasters are a crazy bunch. At least your ones have stopped sinning, but I don't think these ones have. They're just always
Yeah, but
sinners.
he's an old guy.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
Yeah, it's a 462 air, so yeah.
Yeah, man. What is it about Lancasters? The seed is strong with you guys.
Yes.
Also makes the dynastic map mode look quite good. It's like, where are the Lancasters? Oh, here, yeah, here, everywhere.
I haven't really looked at how the world looks like in there, so I didn't really know. But God, Nasanja. Okay, that's a Timurids.
Yeah, that was the Timurid Golden Horde. But yeah, the
God, the
Golden.
Commonwealth is huge. Why didn't they join the Catholic League? Or
That's a
did
good question. The Commonwealth, all of Austria's allies threw in the towel immediately. Some for better reasons than others.
But the truth is, what I said was actually the truth. So
our goal was not to enforce Protestantism. We just wanted to make sure that all faiths are accepted in Europe.
Okay.
And I would like to point out, France is a Catholic nation. The Ottomans are some weird Coptic, I think it's called.
look at my ruler, or my yeah. You'll see it's a very interesting trait, at least,
Okay, so
which actually suits everything right now. So.
was he just inaugurated?
Careful.
Okay, no, we'll have a look.
No, oh no, yeah, he got changed up. The other one was actually very friendly to heathens.
But I also saw that Burgundy turned Protestant in the middle of this in a vain hope to survive.
Yeah, the same Burgundy who was like, I hate Protestants, I will wipe them out.
I'm just wondering who his ally is with these days.
Yeah. Because, yeah, all of Austria's allies went no way, including Burgundy, including the Commonwealth. If everybody had joined in with Austria, there would have been a fighting chance. Commonwealth could go toe-to-toe with Ottomans.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
the Burgundy might have been the one ravaged the most by it, so...
Well, fight and die together. You know, if Burgundy and Venice and Austria were together fighting west,
Yeah.
and then Commonwealth took to the east, I think we would have been all right. All right, Mark, you want to actually take over from my spot? I got a jet.
Yeah.
You always know.
Yeah.
I'm willing to take your land, Jake.
There's too much smug going on for me.
I'm gonna call this chair Venice.
That's a good one.
Alright. I'm in the driver's seat now. So, how did it go for you guys? Ben and Jake already asked.
I'm a bit sad that my allies did not like the peace I was getting offered from Austria.
There is.
The emperor of
Oh.
the world.
Yeah, and you know, my pride and joy, Coptic RoM.
I would really like that
As long
province.
as it's not the papist.
Exactly.
In England is fine with
The
them.
question is, how much would it cost for Venice to buy it? Because it would.
Well, it belongs to me now.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, it was only on loan to
Oh,
my
wow.
missionaries, because my missionaries, like, I'm basically anyone who wants to convert stuff to Coptic. I'm basically offering to just loan provinces and convert them, because you know it took me like 8 years to convert Rome, and that's
After
with
20
the.
years?
Well, it got a lot faster. I stacked more
okay.
bonuses.
But damn, Austria is
So
a
the cost
powerhouse.
for Rome.
Yeah, I noticed that Austria was doing
you don't-
well
you don't
against
empire.
everyone.
Yes, but you don't
Well,
actually.
it was
need-
France and Ottomans basically.
Yeah.
And Hungary and
For
Bohemia
what?
on their side.
But
Because it's
still,
Rome.
that's a powerful Austria right there.
Yeah.
We're gonna
I mean,
discuss
how's
other
your army
things
looking
instead.
now?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, my army size dropped a bit because
Yeah.
of a bug, and also my ideas got nerfed.
Oh, I have the second biggest army in the world.
Yeah, I burned all of my manpower in the mountains of
I know
Austria.
I know I'm doing well, Johan, but there's no need to nerf Ethiopia just to get at me.
No, I don't nerf countries.
Absolutely. I'll move back so people can actually.
So, like, what killed the most Ottomans was this, like, white stuff that fall from the sky. We've never seen it before, but it got immensely cold, and then a bunch of Turks died.
I'm a bit worried. Look at these numbers in
Yes.
this economy.
Yeah.
There's like Commonwealth, Venice, and Portugal. They're far richer than everyone else in the world.
Wow,
Nobody else is even close to their income.
Uh,
No,
Nobody.
No, it's. Looking like that. Looking at that, my income, it's only because of war reparations.
that's 0.81.
What
I feel like we're the target of a
You have to go.
very unsubtle propaganda effort from a certain Johan.
I don't have any money. Look at
Oh,
Venice.
well.
Venice is rich.
But well, we got a lot more people, so let's sort of go through everyone and see
we don't
how
have
they
a chat
did.
anymore.
Oh,
Does someone
Yes.
have login?
I think
Oh.
it's just yes,
Yeah, okay.
like that.
Oh.
Okay,
Secret
so Daniel,
Let's move
Yes,
inside so
let's
everybody
start
can
circling.
squeeze.
How did you feel it went? You were the target of a war.
The funny thing is, if Commonwealth would have joined, we would actually have slaughtered everyone in the world. So that was kind of sad to see that he didn't even try. But he was on it, like he knew about the backstab. So, but
was
it
no-
would have been
that-
more
there
exciting
was
if he
no
joined our
stabbing.
side, because it would have been 2 against the world. And we would
Yeah,
have won.
I mean,
we would have won. I'm pretty sure.
You did.
Well,
I expected you to get sort of ruffle stomped.
Yeah.
You did not get ruffle stomped.
Well, I have all my forts in hills, and I
I-
had like 130k. So
I've offered you several times for a long time, maybe religious peace, and then I asked you.
I said it's fine, but I said there's not a lot. left
No,
of
you
the-
said several times like that. No, maybe not.
But
No.
I can put out that our goal in this war was not to enforce another religion. It was to restore the territories to France that was lost.
So, here's
And
an
destruction of Burgundy.
There's something interesting as in a sidebar. Who is getting the most score at the moment?
Yeah, Great Britain. But I don't have that much score because France has a victory card on me.
All right. Rugi, you want to be smug?
Can I get smugger? I don't know. Like, sure, my army looks pretty small now because all of the Turks died in winter in Austria. They don't know.
What were you doing? Like I didn't even notice you.
But oh no! Siege down your capital. I didn't even notice
I
you.
felt like 4% noticeable.
And you lost several battles against me. Like didn't even notice.
Yeah, no,
you.
but the first one because my rest of my army didn't join. That was like farmlands.
Also,
If all my army would have joined there, would
I
have
don't
won.
know why Stream is talking about this being a parody hat. This is obviously how this hat is supposed to look.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. I've seen many of them.
That's a new hat coming to the store.
Oh, well, but there's a, yeah, I can feel a little bit of tension here, and maybe a little bit of tension between you and a certain someone sitting behind you.
Yeah, I don't mind too much about
So
Grugi.
tell us, Marco, tell us about the backstab.
Well, there was none. I mean, I was happy that for once there was a session that there were no big wars. So,
no.
Yeah, I would have want to say it play out.
So the official version is that you didn't, from you, is that you didn't backstab.
yeah.
But
What
the
do you
thing
say about that, Austria?
I knew it was happening before the war declaration came because he refused to join my side, and I told him like he's just like, oh, they just want white peace, and I say, yeah, we can do a white peace, just join on my side, and we'll make the white peace.
So it was more a front stab.
Yeah.
France then?
Oh well, because I realized that he was gonna stab.
Oh,
me.
did
Front.
Oh,
front,
front.
not
I was
front.
like front stab.
Why
Okay.
didn't Burgundy
I would
join in
more
the
kind
war?
He couldn't-
Justice.
I saw that he wasn't joining, and I saw Ottomans England.
See, I was very upfront about it.
Up front, you just were quiet. You just like, yeah, I'm gonna join, and then I'm like, join now, join
no, I
now. He's like,
didn't.
okay, I can't wait. I'm in war.
I was
Yeah.
convinced by the
Oh.
strength of the Protestant faith, though.
Burgundy.
So I converted.
You seem to be
What, you
bouncing-
converted?
Oh, okay. I was about to say you seem to be bouncing back a bit, but then I checked your army size. Ouch.
You converted?
Yes,
Didn't you say like
Oh
10
yeah,
times,
weren't you
my
supposed
only
to be
goal
the
is
one
to
putting
destroy
down all the Protestants?
I was, but then I was convinced by the war.
I see. So,
Actually, my secret strategy has always been to become emperor, and I thought
Oh.
you were gonna enforce
So-
Protestantism.
so to be clear here, what happened was you were dying, Austria saved you,
3 times.
and then
at
3
least,
times,
At least.
and
3
then you
times.
backstab your savior.
Yes.
I'm trying to take
Wow.
You're even
That's
trying
like-
to take his crown. I mean,
I-
at least, you know, I am the Roman
I mean,
emperor.
FYI,
Who the hell are you?
this will come
And
in
I
handy
finally
with
accept
future
you.
MPs.
So,
I
the
mean,
Gauls
we may
know
not
their
know
place.
who's gonna win, but we do know who is the most ruthless. you got that trophy right here.
Yes.
Okay, Daniel.
justice.
so
Yeah, you got attacked.
Yeah, and every single one of my allies betrayed me.
it was you didn't have any allies. It was like almost a one-on-one.
Yeah, every single one.
Hey, you weren't going Coptic anymore.
Aren't I?
Or are you?
Alright.
Didn't seem like it.
I had to do last minute plans not to get disaster.
Yeah, just saying. Just saying. Ethiopia has a very clear standpoint. The Coptic Pope can only defend Coptics and honorary Coptics, aka people trying to go Coptic. Also, you know, I couldn't see anyone in the war, so that would have made it somewhat difficult to defend you.
Still, justice.
Justice.
Yeah, that was best when you were at war with them alone. And it's like, oh, who are they fighting? Europe.
What?
Yeah.
It was me and
Me,
Burgundy.
Yeah, but
Hungary,
you're Central
Burgundy.
Europe.
Yeah,
You
but
two
they
together.
are me. They are me. It was me and Burgundy against France. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no. Like,
Hungary
I
is
see
winning
things
now.
now. I got vision near the end, but
Yeah.
this whole area was TI, which meant that I
Yeah.
couldn't even march up there if I wanted to.
Yeah.
So.
No, but I didn't want anyone else to join.
No.
I just said like if England and you join, then I will call my allies in. But
Yeah,
rather if we don't
it
make a
seemed-
world war and then it just the world war goes against me instead.
It seemed like me joining would have resulted in a world war and absolutely no help to France. So it's like, sorry France.
Burgundy was the last stab. Like that was the only reason I couldn't defend all my forts.
All right.
They
He
took.
did like nothing. He had like 10.
Yeah,
So-
him and Saxony took Paris, while you
never had
guys
any
took.
troops.
No, my
Burgundy.
vassals took Paris, I think.
Oh,
Before we
it's-
wrap
yeah,
up here.
yeah, but it was he was standing in Savoy, not sieging. I was like, go in and
Okay.
siege.
Let's take it to the bears. But before we wrap up here, and the resolutions for next session. Oh, no resolution. That means
No. More on Pinkio. This was my resolution, and now when it succeeded,
You got your vengeance. Well, let's see. How are you doing over here? Yeah.
I
you got
gave
your
some
stuff.
territory to our dear friend in Pasai, to
Oh,
the right,
you're letting
the
Pasai
small
live.
colony.
Yeah, I gave some stuff away myself. I'm attempting to make beautiful Ethiopian borders.
And, and for the record, I'm not gonna take his gold provinces.
Yeah, I've already more or less locked down. You could still go in, but
No, they have been spamming me in the chat like,
How much money
Daniel,
do you
take the
have?
gold province. I'm like,
no,
no.
you
not
just
now.
want the salt, and there's
I
no
had
salt down here.
Exactly.
2,600,
Yeah.
But Johan took it all.
Okay, any other no resolutions for next time?
Well, we made Rome Coptic.
yeah, we
Jerusalem
did.
is left. Mecca is left. Medina
Mhm.
is left. We have
Oh.
lots to do.
Lots to make Coptic. All the holy cities. All right, if that's it, then I think we are gonna go ahead and call it here. So, thank you everyone, and we'll see you next Tuesday. At which point, I think there will be some secret resolutions being carried out.
See ya.
Bye bye.